Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Hummel, the Tier 6 German SPG. This one's located on the east spawn of Studzianki, and it's under the command of talon1958, and this is the first replay in their contest, or his contest, with angelina75 for the weekend lie-in. Okay, in fact, they've all the replays they've submitted so far are in the Hummel. So this Arty is going to be getting a workout today. Now, there's also a Hummel over there. He's got two Arty in this game, and well, one of them's got the top gun, and well, Talon's got the stock gun, which is actually more accurate and has got a faster fire rate, a better trajectory. It's a better artillery altogether. It's a better howitzer altogether. The only difference is, obviously, it does have less damage, but it does have more ammunition, and it's got a shorter range. Now, that tree just got knocked over. In fact, several trees got knocked over there. And that kind of indicates that there might be somebody making their way south at the moment, because he's looking at the backfield on the enemy map, looking for any sign that the enemy is moving. I did hear some fences being knocked over, so I think they're not the only ones up there. And now he's actually found an enemy tank, a Super Chaffee, located near the copse at the north end of the map. Okay, he's lining them up. He's trying to work out where the Super Chaffee's going before he fires. He doesn't want the shell to be wasted. And if that Super Chaffee stops, he does, rounds out. Direct hit! Oh, he got a kill! He killed him with his first round, and he got a one-shot, basically, because he set light to the guy, and he burned up. Well, 485 for the actual hit, and 31 hit points for the fire that he started, and that means he's got an arsonist, because he set light to a tank and it burned to death. Okay, so good start to the game, but there's another enemy tank up the far end. It's a T-34. Instead of going after that one, in fact it's a T-3485M, I think. Just checking at the moment, but I can't see it, but he's going for the Jackson. And he splashes the Jackson with 52 hit points of damage. I think he can see that T-3485's there on the mini-map, but he's not choosing to go for it just yet. In fact, he can't see it. But that wreck, I think, just moved. It did move, and he's pushing the wreck forward, and that gave Talon a clue as to where he was. In fact, he's still pushing the wreck. So he must have taken some splash damage from that shot, because it was right next door to that spot. The wrecks stopped moving. Oh no, it's still going. Wrecks don't move on their own. He fires another round in. And yes, again, he hits the mark. So if there is a tank pushing that Chaffee at the moment, and it does look like it, they're going to be badly damaged. It's not the sort of thing you should do. You don't give away your position to the enemy. And he's doing it again. And now we can see that he's lost a lot of hit points by being hit. Is he going to move forward and try and shift the wreck again? Rounds out. And that shot actually got a direct hit. The other shot we saw came from the other Hummel on our team. So he's definitely been hit 3 times now. And that T-3485M doesn't appear to be giving up on it. It's a bit of a mistake. Rounds out. Didn't kill him this time around, but he is still badly damaged. We do know that for sure. Okay, he's changing position. You notice his unique position, actually, the way he's actually hugging this ridgeline here. It's not normal to do that, but it does actually give you extended range, and it means that you can hit tanks over in the enemy side of the map. Again, he tries to take out the T-3485, and there he is. He's gone back to pushing the wreck, trying to make it cover, and he's down to 99 hit points now, so one shot should be enough to take him out. Talon's almost loaded. This guy is a hard learner. He's going to find out very shortly that it was a very bad decision to push the wreck. Talon's waiting for the wreck to move. He's marked the spot, said, I'm going for that spot. Okay, he just got a bit of a rescue bloom there. And there we go, rounds out. And no, he didn't get the kill, but he did pick up some more hit points of damage. 21 from that shot. Just needs to get one hit and that guy's out the game. I think the T-3485 has probably abandoned that position now. Wouldn't be a good idea to continue pushing it when you know you've been damaged repeatedly. You'd have to be very silly to do that. Unfortunately, there are a lot of players in the game like that. And yes, we can see the T-3485 is now retreating. And we've got a Jackson who's sitting on this corner trying to get shots at our Achilles. And it's not a very good shot to... oh, the kill shot was from our other Hummel, who did get a direct hit and wiped him out. Okay, going for the Jackson. It hits the wall just in front of the Jackson. He was unfortunate on that attempt, but he might get it the second time round. You did get a faster reload with the stock gun. 25.31 seconds is the standard reload, and his reload time is 20.50. That was next to the spot. Okay, he's changing to the other side of the battlefield because there's a VK3601H holding our guys up on the south roof. Okay, got distracted there because he got an alert that there was enemy tanks near the factory. That Jackson's still there. In fact, actually, he could probably fire through the factory into the Jackson. He's just letting it dial in. Rounds out. No, it hit the factory that time. That was unfortunate because you could see the green line all the way through the factory right to the target. Okay, they've killed the VK. Was it VK? I think it was a VK. And now we're going for a T-78. He's fully dialed in now. Just waiting for the right moment to fire. No, he's trying to select a spot ahead of his path. A little too late there, but he did get some stun. So at least that's something. Okay, the guy's sitting there, which is very bad news. He must realise if he's been spotted by Arty and Arty rounds have come in, there's a good chance that he's going to get hit and killed. Rounds out. This time it will kill. It didn't kill him because the shell arrived a fraction of a second too late because the other Arty on our team, the Hummel, did get the kill. So that's 2 kills he's got, which would have gone to Talon, but Talon's still got that 1 kill. The super chappy that he took out with 1 shot. An enemy Crusader has occupied the forest to the north. The copse, I should say. And that's not good news, but we might be able to get shots. I think he was deciding whether or not to move forward it, and he's decided he's going to do so. Now, when he gets closer, he might want to consider dipping down. Yes, he is going to do it. Okay, he's going to shoot from the riverbed, and he might be able to get shots on the Jackson. He might be able to hit the Shure MV7X as well. There's the Jackson trying to get into the courtyard in between the buildings. There's an easy 8 on our team in there, and he has got a shot. Now, can he hit the Jackson? Probably not, but there's an M44 over there that he can fire at, and he's going to go for that one. He's styling in, and before he can fire, oh, he did fire. So I'm afraid that was another wasted shell, but it doesn't matter. What is a worry at the moment is a Shure MV7X who snuck up on our teammates and just got derped out of existence by the KV2. Okay, we're 2 up on the enemy. He's going for the Hellcat. Fires early, but it would have been a hit. The team are doing well. We're 3 up on the enemy now. They've only got 4 left. He can get a kill shot on this Jackson once he's loaded. Oh, the Jackson's gone. And now there's only 3 left on the enemy team. The Crusader, who's to the north, Dickomax and the Hellcat. So travelling up the riverbed would be a good idea. Don't come out to the dip though. I think he's trying to get over to the enemy side of the battlefield. to get closer to that side because he thinks they're by C1 or B1 on the enemy side of the battlefield. In fact, it's the Hellcat on our team who's actually indicating that. He's going to get as close as he dares without getting a hit. In fact, he's decided to go all the way over to the far west side of the battlefield. Another thing about this map is that that little house there in the enemy cap area, yeah, if you're on your own, if that's your team, then you should try and knock that down at the start of the game, because otherwise your team will try and hide behind it. In fact, our Nashorn is hiding behind it, but of course it has been damaged. Okay, starting to cap. The enemy's going to have to come and get a reset. In fact, the Nashorn just knocked the house down. Where's the enemy? There's the Hellcat. Okay, it's going to the aim. Going to try and get a shot if he can. He's dialed in, almost there. Rounds out. That was close. Both Artys fired at the same spot, but it looks like we're going to cap out rather than kill all the enemy tanks. And that's it. Game over. Well, the first game in the contest yielded talon1958, a third-class tanker, as well as an arsonist for setting light to that super chaffee and watching him burn up, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6 in total, and his win rate from the game was 1,324, but he didn't get any medals, I'm afraid. No, not on this occasion. In fact, he said, "Will you please shoot the sun tanks?" Well, he was firing at them and he was stunning them, but his teammates just weren't interested in shooting them, and that's the main reason why he got a third class, because didn't get much in the way of stun assist. The highest damage in the game turned out to be the Striv M4257 on his own team, who got a high caliber for 2,828 hit points. Second highest damage went to the Dicmax on the enemy team with 1,715. And the third highest damage, well, that went to the Hellcat on the enemy team with 1,611. And he was one of the 2 enemy tanks that survived the battle. When it came to kills, it was the Striv M4257. He got 5 kills in that game. 3 kills went to the Hellcat on the enemy team, 2 kills went to the Hellcat on our team, and the Jackson on the enemy team, and to the Hummel on our team as well. And both of those kills were shots that, or tanks that Talon fired at, and unfortunately this Arty shell got there before his did. And that's mainly down to the fact that actually the Top Gun on the Hummel does fire faster and does move faster than the stock gun, because the stock gun's got a much higher trajectory, so the shell has to go up and down onto the target, whereas with the Hummel it's a much more high velocity shell with a lower trajectory, but you can beat the punch on another Hummel if you both fire at the same time. Talon only got 840 hit points out of that game and 1 kill, the Super Chaffee. And when it came to base XP, it's the Striv again. He got 1,126. 684 went to the KB2 and 650 went to the OI, and Talon only got 468. He fired 16 rounds, 2 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetration. I suspect that that was the Super Chaffee. We'll just check that to find out. Yes, it was. He got 516 hit points from that shot. And he also got 7 splashes on the enemy as well. 840 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 3 of the enemy, killed 1, and got 31 capture points while he was sitting in the cap. He earned 25,337 credits from the game, 65,000 for completing a mission, 90,337 altogether, and after ammunition resupply took away 82,257 credits profit. 702 for the battle XP, times 2 for the first victory, 1,404 experience points altogether. So the first game has set the standard at a third class and a bruiser. That's about it, really. And, of course, the arsonist, I suppose. But that's a bit of a transitory medal. But Angelina has already responded in her Hummel. So let's have a look at her replay right away. The second replay is by Angelina75 in the Hummel, and she's on the south spawn of Steppes. Well, just like Talon, she's using the stock gun, which is more accurate, better trajectory, more ammunition, faster reload, just so much better altogether. She's just trying to make up her mind where she's going to go for this one. Now, Angelina has won the line for the past 2 weeks. Yep, and Talon wasn't able to get a really good game in last time, and Angelina won it with a first class and a Confederate, if I remember correctly. Well, he set the standard for this week of the third class. Let's see if Angelina can beat that. And she's gone to the aim straight away, and look at this. We've got a little light tank, the MT-25, who's doing a quick early spot, but unfortunately, he's been spotted himself. Now he's going for an A43, or Angelina's going for the A43, and she lands the shell right next door to where the A43 would have been. Meanwhile, we've got some enemy heavies trying to make their way down the west side of the map. One specific heavy, it's a BZ166 rather. Okay, we should get a shot on this guy. Just lined him up, rounds out. Well, it landed to the right of him, and she managed to get a splash for only 6 hit points. But he's just way too close now for comfort. And in fact, there are a number of enemy tanks, which she probably doesn't want to meet face to face just yet. She wants to get some damage on them first. Now, there's 2 options here. She can either stay in this general area and fire at the enemy and just keep pulling back and keep hitting them, or she can go and support the tanks on the east side of the map and help them. I think she's decided she's going to stay with these guys because they're stationary, and it's much easier to stop tanks from capping if they're stationary. Camping. Oh, there's that MT-25 again. He's trying to spot from the middle of the map, and Angelina's probably going to have words with him about this. He's saying, not on my turf. Rounds out. Direct hit. 158. These shells will do 480 alpha, penetrating 38mm of armor. Standard reload 25.31. Angelina's got 20.50. Same as Talon's, actually. Exactly the same. Now, she is retreating because the enemy team are pushing forward. They're only 1 tank up on us at the moment, but she's trying to find the best position so she can stay alive and keep pumping those rounds out at the enemy. She's landed in a tier 8 game with tier 6 tanks in it, so she's bottom tier, and that means she's going to earn extra XP for all the tanks she hits during the game. And she's chosen a position where she might actually get spotted by the enemy. Remember, there is an LTG in center line. She's going to the aim. Okay. Enemy tank, BZ166 coming over the rise. She fires a snapshot, direct hit. Now, she worked out that the guy was coming on and he was going to go over that rise, so she positioned the shell exactly where it would do the damage, and it did. But she's having to fall back again because the enemy are getting closer and closer. It looks like she's going to be going into the little dip here very shortly and shooting out of it. Okay, nicely into the dip. And she can turn and shoot from here. Okay, it's a good position. The enemy's getting closer and closer to the cap, but Angelina's going to have something to say about that. She's dialing in nice and quick. You get 30-degree arc, 15 degrees either side of the center line. She gets another direct hit on that BZ166, and he's going to be really annoyed because he keeps getting hit by her and he can't find her. The Hummel uses a 15cm howitzer, which means you do get stun. Not a lot, but some stun. He's loaded, rounds out again. And another direct hit for 119 and 197 stun assist. Okay, this guy is really going to be very, very annoyed, but there's not a lot he can do. But the enemy are capping with 2 at the moment. Angelina75, so the next one in, and she hits him again. 122, and he goes down this time. She can't see who's in the cap at the moment, but we have got our guys in the enemy cap, and they're capping with 3. So if Angelina can get a reset, and she can see them now, she's just letting it settle before she fires. Gonna hit the T20, I think. Or is the guy moving too much? She fires in. And she did get some critical damage. So she got some stun, and that would have reset the cap. He's down to 6. He's out of the game. Now it's got the VK3601H. He's out of the game. And that means there's only one enemy left. It's the Arty. But I think they capped out to win. Well, at the end of that battle, Angelina had scored a first-class tanker in that game, and she also managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 6 in total, and her win rate was 1,199, which is slightly lower than Talon's. He had 1,324, but it is a first-class tanker because the teammates on her team were firing at the stun tanks, and unfortunately they weren't doing that for Talon. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in this game went to the T832, the Terminator tank, and he picked up a high caliber for 3,990 hit points. Second highest damage actually went to the Tornvarn on the enemy team with 2,600 hit points. And the third highest damage went to the SMV7X on our team, who picked up a tank sniper and 2,442 hit points. Angelina managed to get 884, but she did actually help the team a lot because she was slowing the enemy down from getting to the cap quick. And we can see also the Cromwell on her team got a Confederate, so he must have been busy hitting as many enemy tanks as he could during that battle. When we look at the number of kills, we can see that T832, the SMV-CC56, and the Panzer IV Ausführung S, a premium tank, all managed to get 3 kills, and so did the Iron Army on the enemy team. When it came to Angelina, though, she didn't get any kills at all in that game, so sadly, she doesn't appear, well, just nothing. But when it came to base XP, she's a little further up the table because the top scorer of the T832 got 1,427, was the only guy to get over 1,000. 892 went to the SMV-CC56, 885 went to the Panzer IV Ausführung S, and then we've got Angelina with 787, and she beat all the enemy tanks for base XP. She fired 9 shots in the game, got 5 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations, but she did get 9 splash. Damage of 884 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. She kept moving to get out of the range of the enemy so that she could keep firing. 5 enemy vehicles were damaged, 95 hit points of damage assistance, and 843 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. So yes, it's that stun assist that actually earned her the first class tanker. On a free-to-play account, she earned 24,674 credits for the battle, and after ammunition resupply took away 20,129 credits profit, 787 base XP, and times 2 for the first victory, 1,574 experience points altogether. A very quick battle, only took place 5.5 minutes in total, but it was a good result for Angelina because that means she's now in the lead with a first class and a bruiser, which beats Talon's first third class and also a bruiser plus that arsonist. Well, yes, it does count a little bit. But anyway, that means she's in the lead, but not for long because Talon sent in another replay. So let's have a look at that one. The third replay is on the Studzianki map again. So Talon's had it twice, and he's still in the Hummel. Game on. Well, remember what I said in the last battle on this map? Should always knock that house down as well as the camp right in the center of the cap, because you can hide behind either of them, and if you do hide behind that, or if the enemy hides behind it, you could end up actually being a disadvantage because you won't spot them if you come from the wrong direction. Okay, is Talon going to fire from here? It looks like it. Okay. He's aiming for the cops at the top of the map. and he's aiming specifically for the area where he thinks the enemy tanks are going to go before they try to get up onto the copse. And thankfully our star ones decided to move a bit closer. Talon's also landed in the tier 8 game, so he's bottom tier. But sadly his teammates don't appear to be going for the woods. Oh, look at that. That KV5 managed to make his way into the center of the factory, but now he can see the T20. He's just dialing in. Rounds out. This looks good. It landed directly behind the T20, and he managed to get 84 hit points out of it. He wasn't the only one who finded it, and you can see the FV304 is also blasting rounds into the copse. So it may have been the FV304 that got the other hit. He can't get shots on the other enemy tanks over there, but he can definitely hit this one, and you can see all the FV304 just set the T20 alight. Rounds out. This could be a kill shot. It is. Beautiful. I'm sure the FV304 would be happy about that as well, because I'm pretty sure that T20 was tracked by his shot, which means he will pick up the damage assist. Star 2 pulls back. That was the FV304 trying to say, not on our ground, please. Oh! Oh, yes! Direct hit! 487. That's a penetrating shot in the engine deck. You remember the shell does 480 alpha, so if he got 487, he definitely penned. No doubt about it. There was an enemy tank seen just behind that church building. You might call it the rectory or the... well, I don't know what you call it, an assembly house. Probably the vicar's house. Or if this is Poland, then it'd be the pastor's house or the priest's house. Okay, lining up, rounds out. Oh, it's a bit late. But he's still got some stun. Yeah, it's got to remember that in Poland, they've got a very big Catholic community, which means that more than likely that would have been a Roman Catholic church. Oh, there's that KV5 again. Can he get a shot on this Tiger 1? Yes, if he keeps backing up like this. Rounds out. This looks good. Direct hit again. 128. Talon's very, very accurate with his shots. In fact, he's probably one of the most accurate players I've ever seen in the game. He plays to dial in on the target and let the shell do the work for him. Rarely fires snap unless he absolutely has to. And again, he gets another direct hit, this time on the 112. So that's one of the good things, is he knows that if he dials in, there's a very good chance he's going to get a direct hit. Oh, another direct hit. He let that one settle and he fired just as the guy went past and he got a direct hit. That's the Burt firing in, the FV304. Talon's going to hold his aim as long as he can, but I think that guy's going to fix his track. Lines him up. Oh, we got a bit of a rescue bloom there. He's right at the edge of his field of fire. Okay, he's dialing in now. Ready. Wait for him to stop. That's it. And it landed right next door to the guy, but he did track him. Still reloading. This is where it gets so tense, because you know he's going to go after that STA-1. Oh, and he does get a damage shot into the STA-1, but the KV5 is no more. And now we've got an STA-2. He's come over the copse and he's going for our STA-1. Remember, that's the premium tank, the STA-2. You get a shot. Trying to track it. The STA-1 goes down. He fires the round in, expecting the STA-2 to move forward. He didn't. But both the Burt and us are firing in that direction. Okay, but the enemy tanks trying to come through the factory. Tiger. Rounds out. Oh, he hits the building. That was unfortunate. He was hoping that he might be able to get the round over the top of the wall into the side of the Tiger's turret, but no go on that. Okay, he can finish off this STA2. He's stationary on this corner. Is he going to try and move? Rounds out. He got some stun. The guy fixed his stun, but he got wiped out by the bird a moment later. Okay, now KV2, he can definitely hit this guy. The guy's using the wreck for cover, and that's really going to hurt him because, of course, he is going to get hit by Arty. Doesn't matter if you just keep moving backwards and forward in front of a wreck, because this happens. Wipe out. 43 hit points and a kill. That's his second of the game. Tiger 1's come back. Now, will the Tiger 1 do the same? No, he's trying to come up. But Talon's almost loaded. And that was the Burt just hitting him and making him stationary. Rounds out. Direct hit wipes him out. Third kill. Things are going well. The scores are even, but it's a really good fight up this end of the map. And Talon's getting the benefit. Oh, that one went set light to him. Now the enemy's trying to push on this side of the map, but Talon can fire behind the buildings. He's just lining up a shot in the IS-2M. Fires in. Gets a hit. It's actually a splash. The Jacksons there. Remember, Jacksons don't have much in the way of third armor. Now he's pulling through. We're not going to be loaded in time. Oh, but he just got hit in the tracks. And Talon can get him this time. Bounce out. That's the hit. And he's down. Okay, IS-2M. He's gone. That was the Burt. So both parties are working as hard as they can to take out the enemy tanks. The Burt's got 2 kills, Talon's got 3, and now they're going after the Eagle 7 who's behind the church. Okay. You just saw him. That was the Burt firing over the church. Okay, he's going to have to change position if he wants to get better shot. They've just killed the enemy RT, the M44, up in the north of the map, northeast. Talon just needs to get a good position so he can shoot at the Eagle 7, which of course is a Pershing tank. A premium Pershing. This might be a little wide because he's going to be in sight of that Eagle if he comes around the side of the church. I would actually keep the trees between you and the enemy. There's the Eagle 7. Now he is in sight of the Eagle 7. In fact, he's going for the Hummel at the other end of the map. Go for the Eagle 7. There he is on the corner. There's only one enemy left. It's the Eagle 7. Everybody is converging on that corner. Talon needs to stay where he is, or at least get behind cover, because if that Eagle 7 pops out, he might be able to take Talon out. It's got a high enough, well, not a high enough alpha. He can only do 260. Talon lines him up. Rounds out. Didn't get any stun. He's chasing our T-78, who's also got a 90mm gun. Unfortunately, we're going to lose the T-78 here. Now, Talon, you can get a round in. Just lining up the shot. You've got to lead the target a little. That's it. That's it. Rounds out. He did get a hit, a direct hit on the front of the vehicle. He's isolated him. He's immobilized him. But he burns his repair kit again. Now he's going to go down because he's now faced by a Panzer and a 110. And that is the end of the game. Here's the end of battle results, and that was a first-class tanker for talon1958 in the Hummel. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 8, and he got a Confederate's medal as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, and that's despite the fact that he actually killed 3 enemy tanks in that game as well. His win rate was 2,916, and yes, I suspect we'll find out that his teammates were firing at the tanks that he was stunning. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in this game. No, that actually went to the 112 on the enemy team, who got 3,070 hit points. Second highest damage also went to that Eagle 7 with 1,953. And the third highest damage, well, that went to an Arty. Yes, the MV7X managed 1,990 hit points out of that battle. So he was third. Talon, well, he got 1,539, which means that he was beaten by all but 3 on the enemy team. He beat all the enemy team except for 3, I should say. That's better. And he was beaten by 2 on his own team, which puts him in 6th place on damage. And, of course, he got that Confederate, which is very nice indeed. When it came to kills, he was actually in joint top spot because he managed to get 3 kills. So did the 110 on his own team and the Star 2 on the enemy team. And 2 kills went to the FB304, the Star 1 on his team, the T78, and the Eagle 7 and Jackson on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, he's in 3rd place because the VK100-01P managed 865, 849 went to the Burt, and 817 went to Talon. He fired 19 rounds of ammunition, got 9 direct hits on the enemy, and 1 penetrating shot. Now, which one do you think he penetrated? I think it was probably the T20, but no, it wasn't. Funnily enough, he actually penetrated... No, it wasn't the Jackson. Who was it that he penetrated? Let's have a look. Was it the KV-5? No, that's got heavy armor. Wasn't the Tiger 1. It was the Star 2. He got 487 hit points on that guy. And I think, yes, that was when he was over on the other side of the copse, up near the north end of the map. He also got 14 splashes in the game, 1,539 hit points, of which 1,371 were at more than 300 meters, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 3, and so he only just turned the Confederate, by the way, 124 hit points of damage assistance and 163 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns. So he didn't get enough stun assist really to make a difference. He actually did more damage, real damage in this game. Plus, of course, he was hitting higher tier opponents, which also helped. But if he'd had just a bit more stun assist, I'm pretty sure he probably would have got an ace tanker. He earned 36,378 credits for the battle, 65,000 for mission completion, 101,378 altogether, and after ammunition resupply took away 91,783 credits profit, 1,225 XP for the battle, times 2 for the first victory, 2,451 experience points altogether. He says he loves this Arty. Well, he does play it a lot in the contest, I must admit. But sometimes I wish that he would actually try and play other Arties just to see if he can actually get that ace tanker that he keeps craving, and of course which would give him the outright win in the contest straight away. But with this first class and a Confederate, as well as the Bruiser, he is now in the lead, and it's all up to Angelina to pull in another win, preferably with an ace tanker. I'm pretty sure she's got it in her to do it. She's done it twice so far, or in recent history she's done it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. She's got a full day to get it tomorrow. I'm going to be putting this replay up tomorrow afternoon, so you'll get to see it. By that time, she's got basically half a day left before the contest is over and it starts again. And we'll have to wait and see if Talon's going to be getting up tomorrow morning, or Sunday morning rather, to look after Remy, or is it going to be Angelina? We'll have to find out. Apparently, Remy loves watching these replays, these videos. He goes straight to any Arty video and plays it on his father's phone. So yes, we've got a budding Arty player in the making, because of course he's watching how his dad does it. And of course then he's going to replicate that, or what his mother does, and then he's going to be playing Arty himself in the future. At least I hope so. If you enjoyed these replays, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.